So welcome back to another math help video. We are continuing in our exploration of the order operations, also known as PEMDAS, which, as you can see, let me come over here so I can put on my honey. Alright. So as you can see, the order operations stands for parentheses, exponents, multiplication, or division, addition, or subtraction, and you can remember the order operation of PEMDAS by this helpful little saying here, which is, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Okay, so I have an example up here, which is the quantity 4 multiplied by 1 plus 9. So as I was saying in the other video, it might be helpful for you to on the side of your paper somewhere to write down PEMDAS, PEMDAS, and then as you go along solving the different elements of whatever problem you're solving, to just go ahead and cross out each individual letter of the order operations and to go from there. Alright, so with our first example, example 1, the quantity of 4 multiplied to 1 plus 9, when we look at the order operations, this is, just like the name implies, the order of mathematical operations. So it goes from, most of the time, it goes from top to bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So when we look at the problem, we say, okay, do we see any parentheses or grouping symbols? And we do, right? This whole area is parentheses. And then you ask yourself, well, is there anything inside the parentheses? And you go, yes, it's the multiplication of two integers, right? 4 and 1. 4 multiplied by 1. So we go ahead and we do this operation 4 times 1, which is just 4, right? And then we bring everything down, 4 plus 9. So we first ended up with a product, right? 4 times 1 gave us a product of 4. Alright, so I'm going to write that down. This is a product of that, right? And then we bring everything down. So now we do 4 plus 9. 4 plus 9, which is 13. 13 is the sum of these two numbers, right? So we started off with a product, 4. 4 is the product of two numbers being multiplied together, yes? And those two numbers being multiplied together are 4 and 1 to get a product of 4. And then we bring everything down and we do 4 plus 9 to get a sum of 13. 13 is the sum of two numbers being added together, which is 4 and 9. Alright, so let's go on to another example here. And again, if you ever want to fast forward and not deal with me erasing all this, be my guest. Okay, So let's look at the equation of 15. So 15 minus the quantity 2 times 5. Equals, right? So you always need, sorry, my internet is acting up here. So you always need this equal sign here, when you are dealing with an equation, because if you don't have the equal sign, then it is an expression. But this is obviously an equation, therefore you need the equal sign. So then we go over back to the order operations, alright, PEMDAS, working left to right on the MD and the AS. So what do we do first? We ask the question, do we see any parentheses? And the answer is yes, I do see a set of parentheses right here, right? Now I ask myself the question, is there anything inside of the parentheses? And you say yes. It's the multiplication of 2 and 5, right? So we do 2 times 5 is 10. We bring everything else down, 15 minus, alright? So now we have 15 minus 10, which gives us 5. Alright, so again, if I were to label these things, I'm going to try black this time. Alright, so we got 10 by multiplying 2 and 5, right? So 10 is the product, can you see that? The product of 2 and 5. And then 5 is the sum of, the difference, alright, 5 is the difference of 15 and 10, right? We are taking 10 from 15 to get 5. Let's look at another example. Okay, so let's look at the example, the quantity 9 times 5, alright, the quantity 9 times 5 minus 9, okay. So again, we look over here at the order operations. Do we see any parentheses? Well, let's go back to the equation. Oh, yep, I see a set of parentheses, and it's right here, right? Now, you ask yourself the question, is there anything inside of the parentheses? Yes, it's two numbers being multiplied together, right? 9 times 5, alright, and if we, and, take your time when you are doing the computations. Don't rush into it. If you don't know your, multiplication timetables off the top of your head, just skip down by 5. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20, maybe number 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 25, that's 5 times 5, 30 is 5 times 6, 35 is 5 times 7, 40 is 5 times 8, 45 is 5 times 9, 50 is 5 times 10, 55 is 5 times 11, 60 is 5 times 12, right? And you can keep going. So we found our answer right here, which is 45, right? 5 times, so 5 times 9 is 45, alright? And then, be sure to do this like somewhere else where you have the necessary room to do it. Alright, and then you just bring everything down, right? Minus 9. Well, 45 minus 9, is 36, right? And again, if you want to work it out, which you can, do 45 minus 9. Well, 9 is bigger than, 9 is bigger than 5, as you know, so you borrow from the 4 and make that a 3, and you put a 1 over the 5 to make that a 15. So now you do 15 minus 9. Well, you can subtract or you can add, so you do 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that's it. There's nothing to subtract here, so let's bring the 3 down, and you get 36. So if you know you can't do quick applications of mental math, work it out, alright? That's what math is all about, is computation. What we just did is computation, alright? When you use a calculator, that becomes calculation, alright? So, if you want, you can, if you're taking notes, you can write that down. So, computation equals mind math, alright, or mental math, alright, and then calculation is using a calculator. Alright, so that's the difference between computation and mental or mind math. Calculation is using a calculator to do the math. The more you can rely on computation rather than calculation, the better off you will be. The better off you will be, because you will be able to become faster, alright? So, let's go with something else. Don't go with red. Alright, so one more example, and then we're gonna close. Alright, here's a good one. 6 times the quantity 8 times 8. Alright, so even though I see multiplication to the left of the parentheses, I'm still going to do what's inside the parentheses first, because that's what the order operation says to do, right? Parentheses at number 1, top of the list, we do parentheses. Then you ask yourself, is there anything that I need to do inside of the parentheses? And the answer is yes, right? Y-E-S, exclamation point, underline. Alright, 8 times A is 64. Is that a 6? That is a 6, but not be multiplying it. Add. Alright, so now we bring everything down, so 6 plus 64 is 70. Alright, and if you want to see that math, you do 64 added 6 added to 64, 6 and 4 is 10, carry the 1, there's nothing to add here, we can just put a 0 there, so 6 plus 1 is 7, so you end up with 70. Okay, well, there's 3 or 4 examples of the order operations. If you want more, stay tuned. I'm uploading more videos as they come in, as I think of more applications to use. If you have any questions, drop a comment down below. Have a good day.